You know, if you had a girlfriend and you just brought her over and showed her this right here, I have no idea what she would honestly think after this. So you had the charge beam, the missiles didn't work, charge beam works on these things. And hello everyone, what's going on? And welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime 1 out of 3 games. We're gonna go ahead and play through the entire trilogy, and I said this in the last episode. Like, does the charge beam work on those? Answer, no, it doesn't, unfortunately. And there's also an item back there that we just left. Well, I can't get it just yet because nonsense. Don't shake at me so violently, that's really disturbing. So in this episode, we just continue on exploring. So in the last episode, we got some of our upgrades back. And we're just gonna continue the ongoing expedition. Alright, so anyway, how you guys doing? It's going on. It's going all right for me. I hope it's going all right for you guys. Hope you guys are having a nice summer. I'm having a decent summer, even though at least whenever I'm not working my butt off at my job, which my job has really been keeping me busy just a little too much, honestly. As I haven't had enough time to work on the videos as much as I would like, honestly, and I don't have enough time to do Let's Plays because even it's not a particularly busy time of the year for my job. It's just overly busy all the time because it's a very difficult job to do, if that makes any sense. But either way, progress on my latest countdown has been going smoothly. It's just my editing software, which is Adobe Premiere, has been it's been frustrating with some editing things. It still works. It works fine. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong at all. It's just it's not wanting to cooperate. Okay, no, it's not like another scenario like it was last time. It's just that the editing it's just I'm trying to do certain things and I'm trying to figure it out. It's just trying to figure it out is really friggin' annoying. That's like the main thing is I'm like trying to do this specific thing and it's just and trying to figure out is just making my brain hurt. Either way, things are just going all right and all that. And, whoa. Yep, that's pretty much the exact thought anybody would have coming into direct contact with this thing. And so the thing says that it will eat small things. But like, yeah, you stand perfectly still. Yeah, I see. Nice try. I see right through your bullshit. Alright. Enough of that. So now we can finally go ahead and go through here, but oh no, we cannot escape because it's elevated and you can't use the morph ball bombs, which you never really used all that much. And now we got ourselves another defense mechanism. Why are these things attacking us? Incinerator drone. High temperature waste disposal. It has minimal stuff, minimal combat experience, but can defend itself if necessary. Yeah, totally defending itself as it looks like. You just have it attack it and roast that wasp nest on fire. And again, this is another thing you're going to want to scan because it's a one-time enemy. And of course, it's also great how the boss fight changes up its tactics. It's not nearly as fun as the hive mech, but it's still a pretty decent challenge. Whoa! Now that would just be nightmarish. Whoa! Yeah. It's like, and also it's summer, so that means there's a lot of bugs around. There's also a lot of flies, and there's one crawling on my foot, and it's kind of driving me mad. Get off! It's like Flies are the worst. Can we agree? Can't we all agree that they are the absolute worst things on the entire history of anything ever? IHE reference. All right, go ahead and destroy it. Yeah, roast those bugs alive, buddy. Yeah. And that right there does not look like a bomb at all. It looks like a child's bad representation of what a bionicle piece looks like. Morph ball bomb acquired. And you can also do this. Whee! And it also means that getting some things are going to be a lot less infuriating, and it's also just way more fun to do, if I can just say. So, I guess if I can talk about some other history, like in the last episode I remember talking about my history with like A Link to the Past. Like, if I guess go ahead and talk about my history with, like, you can use the Morph Ball bombs, but on the Wii version, why would you? Because you can just flick the Wii remote up, and it will just do that easy peasy. No, don't eat me! And since you had since you had the bombs, you can just go ahead and let nature take its course. Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. It's just these animals do drive me crazy. Okay, hang on. All right. Anyway, sorry about that. So now we gotta go ahead and do this. But I guess right now I can go ahead and talk about some of my history with the series, like I tried to do. But like this game, I played it the most. All that, even though I actually did play through Super Metroid when I was younger, but with Super Metroid, I don't have nearly so much of a nostalgic connection to it because my brother had the what is it called, Super Nintendo. I didn't get my own copy until like a few years later. I tried to get my own copy, but then I kind of got rid of it because I'm like, I traded it in to my local game store, and I got Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze instead. That was a good time, but that's because it was like super valuable, the Super Metroid. But of course I just didn't want it anymore because I didn't have a Super Nintendo. Oh, I did, but it just I got my own eventually. It just stopped working after a while, so yay, that was fun. So I no longer got to play whatever I wanted. But of course it doesn't matter because I can just play it on the Wii U or eventually the Nintendo Switch Virtual Console, which again where's where's Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island? I want my Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island on my freaking Wii U or Nintendo Switch. Alright. Very ominous room, this. All that, and I've also played the original Metroid on the Game Boy, which there was a Game Boy port on the NES version, which is a game I didn't really like. It's like the only Metroid game I played that I didn't like. Because it was just really confusing, and I couldn't figure out where to go, and the game's soundtrack did kind of hurt my eyes. The game soundtrack was visually painful. Yeah, sound is visually painful. Alright, so no, don't. Alright, so did I get everything? Okay, I can't go there just yet. As you can see, there's a room back here. Alright, so I'm not gonna go here just yet, so instead what we're going to do, what else can I do? So what we're gonna do is I'm going to go through here because there's some stuff I can do, but what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to go over here, I think. As it just you're gonna have to just pardon me because I'm trying to put this together in my head. It's like so what we gotta do is I'm gonna go here. No, I'm gonna go through here through the hive totem all over again. So right here is that admittedly this game's backtracking does get a little annoying. I don't mind it nearly as much as I do in something like something recent. Half Genie Hero. uh, but it's not so bad in this one. It does. The forced backtracking is a little obnoxious, but the main but the optional backtracking is not that bad. Alright. Whoa. Alright, you want to get out of there. And so, now we're just going here. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep talking. Eventually we're going to get to a point where I'm just going to have to skip through some of the backtracking just to save time. And save more time so that you guys don't have to sit through me backtracking uselessly like a moron. So like other stuff about the Metroid series, I've never played the second one on the Game Boy. But I have played the remake, I'll get to that later. And I do have it, actually. I think I got it for free with the Nintendo rewards and stuff, but I just haven't played it yet. I haven't really found myself in the mood to want to play it. And I'm probably not going to play it because of the remake. But again, Super Metroid was like one of the first games I've ever played. It's probably the very first game I've ever played. Is that true? I honestly couldn't tell you because I don't remember. So yes, no, question mark, I don't know. So I can't, for the life of me, tell you if I'm right or not about it being the very first game I've ever played. But I can comfortably say that I enjoyed it when I was a kid. And, oh, don't get me wrong, I still enjoy the game to this day. It's just as far as Metroid games go, it's second least favorite behind... No, third least favorite behind... ahead of Other M and the original Metroid. Or maybe fourth, because Metroid Prime Hunters, I hear everybody hates that game. And I loved that game when I was younger, but I haven't played it since. And I'm pretty sure if I played it again, I would probably just hate it. But I have wanted to get that game, Hunters, back in my collection. And Super Metroid, I don't have that game anymore. I could honestly just download it on the eShop, but I just haven't found myself wanting to do that at all. Someday, probably, but now, not in the mood. Okay, so now, you can definitely see my sleepiness is kind of catching up with me. I don't have a very healthy sleep life, just so you know. Alright, so on the way back here, at least we can grab up to 3 items that I couldn't before. Most of it's missile expansions, which, yeah, you know what? I can't complain. It's missile expansions. This is wiggle tentacles. What was I thinking? What else? So, and then Metroid Prime 2 came out, which was like one of the most hyped things I've ever wanted, and I bought the game on eBay. It cost a pretty penny because it was... Whoa! Whoa, that's cool. I didn't know they could do that. You fire next to them, they'll run away from it. Like, Jimbo, you've played this game many times before. How could you not know that? I didn't know, hush. I'm pretty sure it's like one of those things where I'm just going to rediscover so many things about this game. And just end up discovering new stuff about this game. But like, so Metroid Prime 2, bought it on eBay. Like the guy who sold it to me did not take very good care of it. Because I had a hard time getting it to work. And of course, since I was a very lazy child who didn't take very good care of his games, because I was just a douchemonger. Access to Magmore Caverns. We can't go to the Magmore Caverns yet, so I know exactly what I need to do. Whoa, there's a lot of war wasps. But I did end up getting another copy of Metroid Prime 2 on GameCube anyway for a much cheaper deal. Anyway, back in GameStop before GameStop stopped selling GameCube games. Okay, so I can't do this just yet, but hang on. Hang on. I said hang on. Oculus. Man, those things are just... The Oculus Rift. Oh, that's where they got the name from, isn't it? No. Uh... And of course, Metroid Prime 3, I didn't get a Nintendo Wii for like the longest time, and Metroid Prime 3 was like one of the games I wanted the most, more than anything. And of course, I absolutely loved it, even though it is... I'll go ahead and spoil things just a little bit here. But Metroid Prime 3 is my least favorite of the trilogy, but it's still a damn good game in my humble opinion. But it's still a really good game. It's the worst of the three in my personal opinion, but I can see why people would say the second is the worst of the three. But in my honestly, it was my favorite game in the series for a while. It still is. I recognize it as the weakest, but it's my second favorite of the three. But I love all three of those games equally because what they add to the table is just so fantastic. Either way, Metroid Prime 3, I guess you could say, is my favorite Wii game on the Nintendo Wii. Die. Yep, the sleepy feels has definitely caught up to me. So, I'm sorry if I'm making you guys excessively sleepy with my non-stop yawning. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Okay, so... And now, should I... there's some items I can get here, but I kind of want to wait on those. So, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, gotta backtrack once again. It's not going to take too terribly long, so I'll continue my illustrious history of Metroid Prime. And then there was Metroid Prime Hunters, which was my very first game on the DS, which... Of course, I got from my mother, bless my mom, for getting me a copy of Metroid Prime Hunters many months in advance before I even got my own Nintendo DS. And it was my favorite game on the DS, at least until Phantom Hourglass came out, and I let a friend borrow it. He let someone else borrow it. That guy was a douche, and he never returned it back to my friend, so my copy of Metroid Prime Hunters is lost in limbo forever. So that's why I mentioned earlier that I kind of wanted to get another one. So I'm honestly not bitter about it, honestly, because looking back on it, the game had a lot of stuff wrong with it, even though it had like a Kid Icarus Uprising controls. Which I loved Kid Icarus Uprising, even though it wasn't a flawless game. It's far from flawless. Because of course. Alright, get rid of that. Yeah, so can you honestly tell that I am nostalgically attached to this game to the point where I know a lot of stuff back and forth. So. Alright, I think you have to activate 4, I think. I hope I didn't miss one. There's this fly. He keeps bugging me. It's because because he's a bug. He's oh crap. I should have remembered that those were there. Oh, okay. You want to go ahead and fight, bro? I mean, they are called war wasps, so they're obviously prepared to go to war 24/7. Alrighty. So it looks like my original plan was do 4 episodes. And it looks like I'm going to be able to do 4 episodes after all. Yay! Alright. And of course there was Metroid Prime Other M, which I'm going to admit I loved that game when I loved that game. At least when I first played it. Nowadays I think it's okay, I guess. It's my second least favorite Metroid game that I've played outside of... Well, Prime Hunters doesn't count because I don't know how I'll feel about it once I get my own copy. Again, because I do plan on getting my own copy at some point. I do plan on getting another copy eventually. It's just... I don't know. And, then there was Metroid Prime Federation Force, which I haven't played because Metroid Prime... No, Metroid Other M was the last game in the series, and for like 5 to 6 years. I think 6, that's correct. I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that. And, Samus Returns, I guess I could talk about the... Short and straight to the point, it's pretty awesome. But, okay, I got a text, but it's not really important. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care.